Yo, what's going down, Commanders? Hope everyone's doing fine today. I'm going to give a few shout-outs. Not too many names on the chat today, but there is no downtime, so I'm guessing there isn't going to be many views here tonight. The Real Mikey, welcome, number one again. You must be waiting on YouTube just for my stream to go live, bro. Well done. Lewis, thank you for what you're doing in the side chat, mate. I do appreciate it. 3M Vlog, welcome, and welcome to any TP that come along. I've got no issues with anyone. What happens in the game stays in the game as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully you enjoy my videos. Marshall, welcome, bro. Thank you for your kind comment. Blade, not a problem, mate. Understand that you're at work. Always real life comes first, mate. Testicles, nice to see you there, mate. Rainy Bow, again, I think you're going to work very shortly. Also a goat as well, and Blade's a goat. You take care, sweetheart. Armageddon, welcome, brother. Redeemed as always. Hawks, nice to see you there. WC Thunder, the man with a plan. Love to see you there. Stephanie as well, or Fruity as I call her, Forbidden Fruit. I think she's also a goat as well. I'm not too sure. Smash is also there. Welcome, Smash. And she's part of my panel, and Fruity's part of my panel as well. Who else we got? I think that's about it, guys. We're done. Anyway, on the panel tonight we've got Animal, Forbidden Fruit, Lone Wolf, or Mr. Ghosty as we like to call him, Smash, and Will Lycanthrope as I know him. Unmute, guys, and say hello.
Hello, Ghosty salute.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Oh, before you guys ask me, Cobra's he's over with the Pope getting buggered or something, he said.
By the Pope, or he's buggering the Pope.
Jirin, welcome, brother. I do want to discuss the previous event very lightly. If you guys give some scores out on the side, but anyone here want to read out the side chats scores, or do you want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay, well, let's Smashy do it tonight. So on the side chat there, guys, if you can give some scores out of 10 for the previous event, skirmish, and you're raising a little paragraph of the reason why, that'd be appreciated. I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to start with you, Smash, because it'll make it easier for you getting all these, what's it in.
Okay. So what did you want my last event, huh? Well, I think it was okay. The only thing that really pissed me off about it is the way they're jacking with it. They when I started the event, it was on Thursday, Friday when we started it. I did almost 85% of my event on Friday. I did all of it free repair. Sunday I come back on to finish the last 15 bases that I needed. And every damn time I went through that thing, it cost me.
Yeah.
You know, and this is bullshit.
I think they touched it Friday night, didn't they? Early hours of the morning for me.
Everybody's saying it was Sunday morning.
No, they made it. They made the go-go bar level 10 instead of level 2 or 3, and they also upped the levels on that Legion in the back.
But you know, this is a good example that shows you that they don't know shit about our game, because all they do is wait for these events to come on and for us to come on and do the bases, and then after we get the bases done to where we can all do them, then they go in and jack with everything because they don't know how to do our game. And I think that's bullshit, and they're using us that way. Yeah. I'm real upset about it. You know, I give it a 2. That's all I give it.
Okay, fair enough. 2 out of 10. Will, please, bud.
Oh, hang on. Yep. I found the event a bit tedious, but then I knew how many rounds I needed to do, so I just concentrated on the Officer 2s Friday night, because I knew they would take longer than the Officer 1s. Knocked them out, and then Saturday I basically finished my event about 1 o'clock. So fortunately, I didn't have the issues that a lot of other people did on Sunday and Monday, where they were getting negative XP,
Yeah, I'm
weren't
glad you
getting
brought that
any,
up. Sorry, mate.
that's all right. And they weren't getting any XP at all for the rounds that they were doing. So their basically event ended basically Sunday, and they was told by War Commander Discord know-it-alls, "Oh, just send the ticket in." Well, the event's fucking over by the time the ticket gets sorted out. So whatever they was trying to get, they aren't able to get. Lucky enough, one player only needed to get the Kodiak tokens, but that's besides the point. They're not going to give him 10 Kodiak tokens because they fucked up his event for him.
That's it. I agree
But
with you.
so for me, I was going to give it a high score because I actually quite enjoyed the event. But for that, I'm going to give it a 2.
Well, I think that's a fair score. Okay, moving forward to Loney, please, bud.
Hey, you know, I didn't get the bung beetle. The event was just, it sucked. I was trying to be nice. I wanted to say fucked, but I said sucked. But anyway, I what's a person supposed to do? You know, and you got to get these the new toys to do the events. But you know, oh well, life goes on. So PPP everyone, and I'm not going to give it a score. Fuck them. They're worthless pieces of shit. Bunch of bung beetle fuckers. But anyway, yeah, have a good one.
Okay, Fruity.
I give it a 0. I did it, and I did it the first day for an hour and got 0 XP out of all my rounds that I did. So I just got off, and I was getting 30 minutes damage, and then when I got on the next day, I was getting an hour and 45 minutes damage.
Yeah, yeah.
And the rounds I did on that, I had to wait for the hour and 45 minutes for my tune to repair, and that's just doing 2 twos, and I got no XP on that.
Sucks. That's wrong. So what was your score, Fruity?
A 0.
A 0 as well. Very low scores today. Animal.
Pretty much the same thing. I just went through mine for a change. Actually done it in the first day or two, which I don't normally do. So I have decided to give me my kids base, have a look at it and see what I could do. Got a bit excited. There's a few things in the prize list that I thought, yep, get them. And could I bloody do it on each one? No, because they flipped the bases, and the three units that they gave us. 1 minute they was like viable, and the next minute you couldn't touch it with them.
Yeah.
Not without any tech anyway. And the price they need to sort out their price list from how many events before or whatever it is that they.
You've cut out, bud.
Oh, I've got my finger on the button too long, which is more time I'm gonna give from 1-2. That's my score. That'll do. I can't be asked to talk.
Okay then, mate. Smash, you ready with the scores? Or do you want me to do them? There ain't many.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me see if I can find them.
Blade gave it a 7.
All right. Go on.
You start with that one?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Blade gave it a 7. Let's see, who else?
WC Thunder gave it a 1 out of 10.
Yes, he was one that got stuck with the minus of the XP points.
You know, this annoys me though. It kicks eye quick to fix things when it's going against them. Like for instance, the 2 base where we was doing it easy.
Yep.
But when it's against the players, and there must be more than just a handful of players that we know that had the same problem. When it's the players, it's like, well, fuck them. How the hell are they going to fucking earn trust from the players back again? When they did something good as well. They give us a bunch. Well, you guys, anyone that was a low level, give a bunch of free stuff to them. This should have been a celebration of Kickstarter, this event, and they turned it on its head and made it like, fuck Kickstarter.
Well, Hawks gave it 5 out of 10. Nice quick one this time. The mines also did well.
Pac-Man said it won shit units to play with.
James West said it too. I have a real life. I get you, dear. I do. Lewis Block said 7. The amount of off the due bases is insane. I had to spend the whole weekend playing free repair, and suddenly I had repair that make me give 4. Yep, that's the way it was, honey.
My Life, My Rules said event was okay, but time consuming. Kodiak was useless, and Foxhound took forever to kill the units. I'd give it a 4 out of 10. No fun in doing 9999 rounds with same unit. Armageddon said 3 of 10 for speed of completion, but mind numbing again.
Yeah, I've got it smashed.
Modest.
Blade, give it a 2.
Modest 310.
Hang on, Smash, I've got you.
Go ahead.
Blade, give it a 2 for him. J-Rod or Juice, give it a 5. Madder, give it a 3 out of 10. Michael or Real Mikey, give it a 5. I've got the bug, but it's slow. Piat, give it a 2 out of 10. Welcome, Piat, by the way. And that's it. We're pretty much caught up there, guys. My score is going to reflect what you guys are saying. I think Kickstarter, they could have left the event as it is, right? And they could have brought a lot of players back into the game by not fucking meddling. And instead, all they see was $ being left on the wayside, and decided to up the event difficulty. And then we got the problem with the players that were getting minus XP instead of plus XP. And they was basically told by the Kickstarter employees to go fuck themselves. You've also got a post, I think it was Yvette. Someone was getting upset about the game, and they said, well, it's our game, we do what we want. What they've got to remember is we're the customers. If you want to do what you want and we're not happy with what you're doing, we withhold money. That's your job, darling. Get a grip.
Yep, sure is.
So with all that and the fact that this new unit is, I'm not going to say it's a waste of time. I just don't see a use for it in the bigger picture. It's a tank. It was a tank. It's a tanky unit, but you're not going to use it for much in the future. The range is poor. Yes, you might use it in front of some heavy hitting units, but it's not how we play the game anymore. We don't play it like that. And Kickstarter trying to force this narrative on us isn't going to wash, because we know the game better than they do at this point.
Yep, we do.
So my score's
become quite obvious.
My score is going to reflect what you guys feel as well. And I was done really quick in the event. It didn't take me any time, but there was no enjoyment in it. I'm going to go a 3. I'm going to go middle of the road, a 3 between the 3. I think that's fair. I think Kickstarter need to buck up and understand that changing things isn't wise. And talking to players like they're a piece of shit is even less wise.
Right, you got 2 more scores there.
Hang on, mate. I've got
Miss Rainy Bow said it's a 2 because it was shit, and 3M Vlog said 9 out of 10, and he said thanks, Sydney. So I'm guessing your video.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, moving forward, guys. Anything else you want to add before I get to the release notes?
Just to bring up what Thunder said, he goes, he's 100% sure they had 2 different versions of the Officer 2 base. I heard people talking about this in Discord. Sometimes the Legion would just take 3 hits to die, and other times it would take 5 plus.
Yeah.
That was like a lot of the bases were like that.
Yeah, this is the way Kickstarter doing it. Sorry, I interrupted someone then.
Yeah, no, Gashi mentioned it. He come across a base that was an Officer 2 that was completely different to the Officer 2 base that we were doing.
There you go.
That was actually during the show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
I
it?
think I remember.
Yeah.
Well,
he showed a base where it had the heavy turrets were air.
oh
Airborne
yeah, no,
turrets.
that was bugged as fuck though, weren't it? That was a completely different base to what we were supposed to be hitting. But I think you're right. I think Kickstarter do touch half. They put out half the bases that are simpler or easier, and then they put out another half that they give you a little bit more damage, and it's a trick. It's like a con. Instead of putting out all the same bases, they, you know, because a lot of us leave the attack after we start. We're not sitting in the base watching, and that's what they do. They get us that way. Anyway, moving forward, guys. Nothing else to bring up?
No.
Right, we've got the 15.12.1 release notes, copied and pasted by Kickside Drake. Patch notes. The following changes and fixes have been applied for Wednesday, July 2nd at 3 p.m. PST update. Events, Dark Omens. I've got a tab open for that, so I'm not going to read through that. I've got that there as well. Fair play. Content changes. Fair play. With this update is the second wave of changes and improvements designed to make the game more fair for all players. Scripted actions blocker, a system to detect and prevent scripted actions from damaging, yes, I was right. My eyes went there. The fairness of battles. Building repair part 2, a discount applied when repairing all buildings at once. Alliance boosts ensure only those with proper permission can perform alliance actions. World map platoon. Engagement improvements. Players can now change if they want to auto deploy their platoons, and they can choose if they want to receive a message when the battle ends. Well, that's just I'm guessing that's going to be in the settings. Let me read just to the end of this, and then we get to the. Actually, no, we can go from there. What do you think about this script? What do you think they're gonna fix with this script? Because there's a lot of different types of scripts out there right now.
Well, that depends. Are they doing the macros? Or are they doing the other one, the fiddler?
Well, they're all pretty much macros. They're all hotkeys that they program into the.
So how are they going to get rid of that if it automatically is programmed into the, you can program it into the keyboards and the mouses?
No, you can't. No, you can program it, but what you can't do is you can't physically go faster than humanly possible, and that's what they're doing. Because you can. This is the thing with a scripted attack is they're basically they're negating the clicks needed. So they deploy 10 units, and each one of them 10 units have got a specific target they're going to hit. With just pushing whatever, let's call it the E key on your keyboard.
Right.
That's a script, and what they're doing is I think there's going to be something that reads that there's something that all these clicks have happened in an instant. So there's going to be something that reads that and it stops that dead in the tracks. Whether this works, I'm going to say this right now, guys. I would expect this to be buggy to start with, and I expect it over time. The people that create these cheats, they'll break it eventually. So Kickstarter need to stay right on top of this. But you've also got the one where they can detect the under stealth or stealthed units. That's also considered a script, because basically all they're doing is targeting the code of the unit over the unit itself. So it's automatically targeting rather than you have to search for the unit. Same with under your stealthed CC. They're just targeting the code of the buildings rather than So there's a lot into it. Whether they get, there's a lot to get wrong and there's a lot to get right in this update. And I hope Kickstarter really fucking work this out because it will change the game, especially with some of the stuff they're offering out. Sorry, Smash.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry. Thunder's saying hopefully they'll do the missile spam and the stealth detecting stuff. Well, we already figured out that the only way they're going to fix the missile spam is to make them pay for.
I don't think
the missiles.
Someone mentioned that someone at Kickstarter said that what they're going to do is they're going to restrict how many missiles can be built in any one attack. So
that would work too.
Whether it be the initial amount of missiles you originally buy for the attack, or you can build an extra reload, and then after that it will go. You know, like when you try to repair air and you're in attack, you can't. It's blocked. I think that's what Kickstarter are trying to do. I think they're moving away from the time build for the missiles. I think.
Okay.
I'm not on the wall one this. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all right.
Ian, I am so sorry, dear. City, I hit him.
Did you get you got the Smash loving?
Yeah,
Oh,
so sorry about that.
Ian, I'm afraid she's a fucking infamy whore. She's fucking.
They made me this way.
She's turned into a fucking monster. The other night I was going. The other night I was going to an attack a base. I said I'm going to this base, and Smash fucking beat me there. It's good. We don't look, guys. If we hit and we're in your section, well, I'm not personally. I will not. I don't even talk on the chat really. It's a war game at the end of the day. We are going to hit, and we are going to hit friendly sometimes. Go on, Smash.
But I'm terribly sorry.
No, you're not. You fucking liar.
Liar, pants on fire.
Right, moving on. So we've got the world map platoon engagement improvements. Players can now change if they want to auto-deploy their platoons, and they can choose if they want to receive the message when the battle ends. That message is in the chat, I believe, and it tells you when the battle ends in the chat of the game. I didn't like that. You don't need to do that, Kickstarter. So yeah, I'm glad that they fixed that. It's also important to note that all these things are adding and changing, and will receive updates and improvements as we move forward. As for the world of bad guys, it's constantly evolving, and new methods to combat them will become available. So that is them saying they are going to keep this ball rolling. It basically, as soon as we fucking notice there's a fucking 1,000 or 2,000 cheats in the game again, we're going to call them out. And then there's a little bit of news about Kabuto. Not a nerf. Hang on. We've rebalanced the Kabuto hero so they get more. He or she gets more health at top level. The new stats are hit points at level 1 from 137,760 minus to it's actually down 132,300. Hit points at max level. No, but hang on.
That's level 1.
Yeah, level 1, but the max level is actually an improvement. Hit points at max level is 201,600, and that's being changed to 252,000 dead. So it's a nerf if you've got it before level 20, by the looks of it, but it's an improvement at level 20. If that makes sense. They've actually nerfed it. Yeah, they've nerfed it slightly from level 1 at level 1, but then it's improved at level 20. I don't know why I tried to get that to go blue. Right, supply depot. I don't think I'm going to use it. Let's go back to the Kabuto. I can't see myself using this unit.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Cindy, there's something wrong here.
Why?
I don't know. It don't sound right.
This is a way of Kickstarter nerfing a unit. Ash. They always do this. They always try to play. They always try to play it like they're doing something good. And in truth, it's not. It always is the way. You look at the way what they did to the Proteus. You look at what they did to
I
other
know.
units. I believe they're going to try to do it to the Humvees as well.
Probably.
And what they're going to do with the Humvees is going to make it a time deployer. Not, you can't retreat and keep putting them in because the timer wouldn't have counted down. And this isn't to help or make PvP better. This is because we're rinsing the events off, the sector breach events off too easily. And it's nothing to do.
Yeah, they're not
it has
liking it.
nothing to do with PvP whatsoever. It's to do with them not liking the Humvees work or the way they work in. They should make sure they dot all their I's and cross all their T's before they put a unit out. They should look at this unit and go, right, how can we as developers manipulate this unit like the players would, and then they put a stop to the manipulation before we get our hands on the unit, and then they don't need to do this shit. You know, fix
They
that
don't
they
know
want.
how to play the game.
Exactly.
Exactly. They don't play our games, so they don't know nothing about it. All they're trying to do is juice us for money. That's it.
It's a shame.
That's why they sit back and watch us do these the event shows, and then they turn around and start changing everything. Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're letting us figure it out for them.
I remember back in the day, there used to be a couple of the mods, or whoever worked at Kickstarter used to play the game. One done it the normal way, i.e. he leveled up his units, and one just maxed his units out, using coding. And he didn't have a clue how to use the units because he maxed everything out. So
Well, that's what's going on with all these people now. They don't know
Yeah.
the game. And that's why if it ever goes back to the game, they're all going to be fucked. Because they haven't fought with the units that we've fought with and that we've learned to use. They don't know any of that, and that's what this is. That's why this is all a bunch of bullshit. They're catering to the dumbasses that all wants to rip them off, but yet they're shitting on the ones that's paying for it and want to do right by the game. So you know,
we just look at the Proteus. Just the Proteus alone, they actually changed what the Proteus was meant to have done.
Yeah, and they had no business doing that. And then they said that's not what it was meant to do. Well, how the fuck do you know? Were you on 6 years ago when we got it?
If it wasn't meant to do what it was supposed to do, they would have fixed it a week after it come out. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly why the Proteus was put in the game, was to speed up the air. That's exactly the purpose of it. And for them to dismantle it just because they feel that they don't think it's right, that's bullshit. That part of the game wasn't their game to fuck with. That part of the game was there before they came along.
Exactly. Like buying a car with 4 wheels and then they go, oh no, sorry, it was meant to have 3.
But they're doing that with all the units now. Whether we pay for them or not, it don't matter. They're shit. They're shit.
It isn't all doom and gloom tonight, by the way. I just want to point this out. There is some good things to come. It's in the next tab. Let me just get past this supply depot. This is something that's going to be good, and hopefully it'll make a lot of people happy. The supply depot. We've updated the supply depot store to include more current units, including units used for other events. So you'll be able to catch up for them in advance. There is a tab. I've got that. I think it's in the Dark Omens.
Yeah, Dark Omens.
Yeah. Bug fixes, general fixes and improvements. Attacking a target that moves before your platoon reaches it will no longer result in a game crash. That I discovered that as the second I made a video of the control key. That's what that's about.
Yeah.
Kabuto incorrectly had 1.5 thousand what? I'm going to say this right in a minute. 1,500 capacity when it should have been 2,000. That's for the tech that we couldn't get on it, guys. Any more bugs? What about the bug with the people having negative XP?
Yeah, what happened to that? It's not on there.
Don't want to fix that one, do they?
What happened to the one where the control alt and it DCs you?
They fixed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attacking a target that moves before your platoon reaches it will no longer result in a game crash. That one is fixed.
That's that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's meant to be fixed.
Yeah, like anything they do, just take it with a grain of salt. Other than that, I can't think of any other real bad bugs. So I'm
No,
gonna
it's just the event, but of course this was probably done before the event come out anyway, because all this was probably written up last month.
yeah, make sure this is bugged. Make sure that's bugged.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got this
and then
is.
they can go.
Go on, mate.
Sorry, then they can go, look how good we are. We're fixing all these bugs that are in the game. Well, if you actually made the game better anyway, and actually paid some decent programmers, there wouldn't be that many bugs in the game anyway. But I think that's just me thinking out the box.
Oh my god, someone.
I think I read something yesterday on the Kickstarter Discord that they've took on 2 new artists.
What? AI. They must have paid for extra AI artists then. Right, so we've got Operation Dark Omens. This is copied and pasted by Kickstarter Drake, so any mistakes is probably down to him. And this is interesting. This is what's his name? Mamuto?
Yeah, grown up.
General Mamuto. Yeah, he was a kid, weren't he, back 10 years ago?
Yeah, he used to be sitting on the tank or the
big fucking cloth-looking guy.
Yeah.
Right, featuring the Sentinels Arc 1 unit, the Goliath. The final part from the Metatron. Backshot, rhino rounds, armoured...
Abdomen.
Abdomen, yep, that word. My brain's fucking putting that D in front of the B for some reason, that's why I can't say it. Hard shells and air conditioning tech for the Goliath. They must have been listening to me last night because I was whinging about air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
City, they are listening to us.
They must be, fuck's sake. Goliath war paints, Kabuto Blackout war paint, Kabuto unit and tech. Starts July 3rd at 10 AM PDT. That's tomorrow, 1800 hours GMT, my time. We should be live for that on the as the event goes live. Ends July 9th at 10 AM PDT. Sorry, go on, Will.
No, I was just going to say, Gashi won't be here, though.
No, he's still getting buggered by the Pope.
Yeah, they'll all take turns on him.
Door closes July 10th at 10 AM PDT. The Goliath. This is the Goliath, the dung beetle. Description: the Goliaths are a threat to all armies, equipped with cannons capable of delivering disorientated impacts, leaving enemies dazed and confused. They are unshakable, force capable of pushing through the most resistant of defenses. Generation Arc 1, faction Sentinels, type heavy vehicles, weapon cannons, targets ground, damage type burst, size is 400. What was this 400? Every unit just seems to be 400 now. Hit points at level 1 is 88,200. Hit points or health points at max level is 201,600. DPS at level 1. This is where I fall out with it. This unit, the DPS sucks. DPS at level 1 is 1,364. DPS at max level is 1,850. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to give us a tank, basically. But a tank still needs to do some damage. Max speed is 2. Max range is 500. Talent at level 1. Fire rate increases the longer the unit is firing. Plus 200 flat damage reduction. Level 10. Shot supply confusion. Now, why didn't they put this onto the fucking the hero?
It seems like they're getting the hero and the followers mixed up.
Yeah, the hero should be the fucking bells and whistles. These ones should be support of the hero. So the hero's the fucking main threat. These should support it. They should make the hero look better. But it seems like Kickstarter trying to ask about face. So shots apply confusion. Level 20, minus 50% damage taken from burst damage. Cohesion bonus plus 2% damage and minus 2% damage taken per active Arc 1 Sentinel unit. Guys, if you want to discuss that for a second, I'm just going to go alone.
No way.
We can't let you
Well,
do that.
No. You're asked back in here to
Sorry.
do your job.
Yeah, exactly.
These are going to be like the missionary.
It is.
It's,
Yep.
it's in some respects.
Yes, it is.
So you right, looking in regards to have these as a base defender, you're only going to get attacked by air, because what these are going to do is going to confuse the attackers coming in, and then you can wipe them out.
Yep.
So as a base defender, they sound pretty good, other than they're slow as anything, and they're rangy.
Molasses.
Yeah. So you're going to have to put them on spawn points, like we did with the missionaries, and they could be a good base defender, but an attacker, no.
No.
No, you're not going to attack event bases with these.
My argument is the size of them. They're just ridiculously big for not much firepower. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, they've got the confusion, which I can see a use for that. But the actual the damage that they deal for 400 space in your base isn't groundbreaking. It's actually even if the confusion is what does work really well, I feel it's going to weaken your base, and the range on them ain't that good. 500 range.
No.
What they
You're
could
gonna
have
have to
done,
put them. You're gonna have to put them out there where they can be reached, and that's not going to be good.
what they could have done is, like, level 10, change the size. So from 400, they could make it 300. Then level 15, make it 200. So you could actually get more in a tune, because that's what they used to do with some units.
I get that that a unit needs to have a specific size, because otherwise we just overload our base or overload a tomb with hundreds of them. But
Honey,
why is it always 400? Why is every unit 400? Sorry, Smash.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Kristen just asked, do we know what the confusion range is? Honey, there is no range on confusion. That's a...
Well, no, there is. The confusion range is 500, but we don't actually know the splash size of the unit. Well, as far as I can see, what's the damage type?
Burst.
So it should have some splash, but kick size splash isn't normally a decent amount. It's normally quite low, but maybe a block around the unit that it hits, if we're lucky.
So see, it's not going to be very far at all. So you're going to have to put them out by themselves, I'm guessing, because you're not going to be able to put them in the bunkers, right? They don't go in the bunkers.
No, they're vehicles.
Vehicles, okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to put them out to where they're going to be wide open, and you're going to have to hide them.
I can see a use. You might. No, because the Humvees are immune to confusion, are they not? No, they're immune to. No, they're immune to turncoat.
Concussion.
No, turncoat. Yeah. Not turncoat. Okay. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, turncoat. You're right.
Yeah, because the missionary's turncoat. And the Humvees.
Well, she's asking, will it benefit from the LiDAR and the far sight?
Yes. All units will.
It should.
Yeah, but if your base is set up like it is with the LiDARs and the far sight, you're going to have to put these out farther than what them's going to go.
You're going to put them on deploy spots and confuse.
Oh Lord, it's going to be really hard.
Close to deploy spots, because you want to get the units as soon as they come in your base, because the units normally come in clumped up. When they initially come into your base, you want the unit close to the deploy. So then that confusion will confuse as many units as possible.
Right.
They run around like headless chickens and then get picked off by everything else.
Yeah.
You're going to do that the same way you do with the corrosion.
And welcome, Christine, as well, bro. And Irene, welcome, sweetheart. Anyone else I've missed?
Oh, yeah,
Mr. King,
back there,
Mr. King, Infinite Gaming.
Redeemed.
SEAVE, welcome. That's a new name. Rob the Riddler, bro. It wasn't. I wasn't trying to make a competition out of who posted it to Kickstarter first. I said I discovered the bug. I didn't say it was. I was the first person to fucking step foot on the moon or shit. Anyway.
Oh, come on
Right,
now,
Neil.
City. Surely you did that.
No, my penis was the first penis on the moon.
Oh, here we go. And look who brings that up this time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
about his penis.
Uh-huh.
Always
It's
about
always about that 13.5. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I couldn't help but tipped over it.
Right, so there, I can see a use for this unit, but until we get our hands on it, we don't really know what's going to happen. I don't know what you guys said when I was away. Did you? It's not.
Basically,
You don't
I
really know.
I basically went along the same thing. They're going to be good for base defending, but that's about it.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be too many uses, and the only other use is maybe the skirmish when we actually have to do the events. And Mr. King, I see that, bro. Right, we've also getting our hands on the Metatron, and I don't even know if I'm saying this right, but this is the I got about 25 fucking messages about this. I've got the 7 parts, but I can't build the unit. And I'm gonna apologise to some of the people that sent me it later on. After I got to about 16, 17, I was a bit abrupt and rude. I apologise for that, guys. Once you've answered that question once, it's like I've had enough for answering this now, and then it was 25 times.
City, we go through it every Shadow Ops now.
I know.
Every Shadow
I know.
Ops. Everyone since they've changed this.
what-
Everybody.
What I'm
Why
gonna
don't I
do?
got my last part?
What I'm gonna do is
You
I'm gonna
did
make
it in the main.
I'm gonna make a video, and then I'm just gonna fucking copy the link, and every time I get asked this, every single Shadow Ops moving forward, I'm just gonna post that video and send it to them, rather than get angry about things.
There you go.
So this is the Metatron. Am I pronouncing that right? Animal?
Metatron. Metatron.
Metatron.
Metatron.
Metatron. I like
Yes.
Metatron.
Yeah.
Tatters.
Sounds like you're saying Metatron.
Yeah, Metatters.
Most people, most
I tell
people,
you.
with testosterone.
Is number 9 at the palace.
most people come here just to hear me fucking say these things. Right, description. Watching from above, the Metatron is known as the Angel of Death. I can't help it, guys. It's in my head. He's known as the Angel of Death. Enemies attempting to destroy the Metatron are rumoured to have their vision crippled and then are annihilated. It's close-range bombardment.
Wasn't Metatron an old Transformer?
Megatron was.
Megatron.
Megatron was? I thought there was a Metatron as well.
No.
Metatron
Okay.
is actually a high-ranking angel.
Oh, now we're
of
going to
this
angels.
tradition.
No, we've always had religion in the game, especially if it's a Sentinel.
Yes.
Is this a
Oh
Sentinel?
my goodness. Do you remember the biggest one
Yeah,
that we had?
this-
They had the the
Prophet. Yeah.
Yes.
And the all-seeing eye trophy. They was close to changing that, you know. You know that,
I know
that
they were very
triangle.
close.
Yeah, because the some religious folks got really
The
upset.
Muslims got upset over it.
Just call them religious folks. Let's not pick on one.
No, I'm
um,
not picking on nobody.
Remove their vision and crippled. Rumored to have their vision crippled and then are annihilated. It's close range bombardment. That kind of don't make sense, but okay. Right, Generation Arc 1, Faction Sentinels, type light aircraft, weapon, laser bolts. Where's the bombard then? Or bombardment, if it's lasers.
Yeah, they bombard you with laser beams.
Yeah.
Swing, swing everywhere.
Targets Grand Air, damage type energy, size is 500. Hit points or health points at level 1 is 105,000. Hit points at health points at level 10 is 150,000. Oh, fuck.
Useless.
What the hell? There ain't no sense in doing this event because this thing's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
My bows and arrows are better than that.
Metatron
Come back, the
are
warrior.
Metatron are rumoured to have their vision crippled and then are annihilated. That doesn't make sense. Can someone else read that? Are you looking at that? What I'm looking at?
Okay, yes, I'm looking at it. Watching from a where are you taking it from? The Metatron are rumored to have their vision crippled, and then
Stop.
annihilated.
Stop.
That's why he's showing it.
Enemies attempting to destroy the Metatron are rumoured to have their vision crippled and then are annihilated. It
don't make sense, does it?
Bombardment. They're talking about the enemies that are attacking them lose their sight and then get bombarded.
Yeah, but it should annihilated by
light.
That should be by.
Yeah, they've skipped a word out or dropped
by its close range bombardment. So if it's got close range bombardment, what? Where did they get this number from? Or sorry, this number?
Yep.
Bombardment. What, are they tickling them? It's tickling them.
They better have a fast fire rate then for being like the low DPS and the slow movement speed. It better shoot like a bloody machine gun.
It better shoot better than a machine gun. It better be like a or what are they called? AR-15s or something like that. Jesus Christ, this is a piece of shit. It's gonna go 90. It's gonna go up 90 DPS in 10 levels. What the fuck are they trying to feed us? What the hell is this? Fuck this event. I ain't doing this one, City. Sorry.
Yes, you are. You know you fucking
big fuck you, Kickside. Fuck you, Kickside. Take your cheap ass fucking toys and stick them in your twat.
Wow.
Warriors look
it's bullshit. They're making a mockery of our game, trying to bring up this stupid bullshit and put it in our game. Our game is prestige. We don't need this bullshit. If this is the best they got, then go back and give us our other shit back, because we want to go back to the old days. Because the fuck you in all this new bullshit.
All this tells me is Kicksire are too busy licking windows than fucking actually paying attention to what's going on in the game.
Oh, but their team isn't very big, and that's why our game isn't very good, because their team isn't very big. Well, you know what? If you dumb suckers had played this game and you'd listen to some of us, you'd get it.
The problem is that their team not being that big isn't our fucking problem.
No, it's not.
If their team isn't that big, it means that they're not making a game that's big enough to employ more players, more people to come onto the team. If they actually produced a game that was fun and players were fucking coming into the game enjoying themselves, the game would grow and then they would earn more money and then they'd go, right, we need to hire a couple more people.
I want to know if they want
team
this
would be
game
bigger.
to destroy it or make it better. That's what I want to know.
I'm guessing
the way that's going is they're destroying it.
I'm guessing there's going to be there's going to be two types of DPS, or there's going to be something else that this unit does that we're not seeing right now. I think it was Testicles in the side chat. He said, does this mean it cloaks? That could be possibly something that it does. Or as units get within a range of it will be invisible to them units rather than cloak. I don't know, but the DPS is a joke. I'm sorry, kid.
I want to see if it actually gets a shot off against these new blinking elite.
It's ridiculous. You know how fucking stupid they think we are. We're going to sit and grind for a fucking weekend just to get something like this? Fuck no, I ain't. Kiss my ass.
Like James said, he says Kickside crew is lost and greedy.
Yep.
Fuck no, we won't play. Fuck no, we won't play.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to hold my tongue on this too much. The DPS to me, and like everyone else, it's a joke. And WC Thunder said it's the same DPS as what the Warrior's got. I've got my Warrior to level 17. I've used it maybe once or
I've never used it.
Once or twice in an event. I've never used it in PvP. It's a very limited unit, so if this is the way Kickstarter are going to continue putting uniques into the game where they're so limited that it's pointless. Uniques used to cross over. This is my argument. Uniques used to cross over from PvE to PvP. We used to get the best of both worlds out of these, and now they're making it so it doesn't even look like these units are going to make any sense in any capacity.
Well, they don't go together. They don't benefit each other. They don't do nothing is together anymore. You know how, like, we used to have the tanks that went with certain infantry and things like that. You know, it's not all given to us like that no more.
Let me read the talents out, Smash, because there might be something in here that gives us a clue what this fucking thing.
Just as a reference, the Orbiter is 112 HP at level 20. Its DPS is 2,700. And its range is 550.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be a unique unit.
It's not looking good.
No,
how long have we been collecting this? Because if we go back to the units that was released when this first came out, it'll probably be
7 weeks. Minus 2 events.
Yeah.
So 8-9 weeks, and then we get it on the last event.
Was the main unit we got that long ago, right on par with this? It's like they made this one on par with whatever unit came out that week, and we've had 7 other units since then, or whatever.
I want to read the talents, because the talents might give us an idea of what this unit does. So
probably not.
Let me get through the I haven't read them, so I don't know. So let me get through the talents. Talent at level 1, shots further than 400. Shots further than 400 range, set the target's range to 400 for 10 seconds. Switches to a more powerful weapon, when targets are closer than 4. So it's got more than 1 DPS. So this here.
So then why didn't they tell us both of them?
Yeah, this, if I can fucking make it blue without going fucking miles up the fucking top, this is bullshit. Because that will be the damage at over 400 range will be 800 or 890. And as the unit gets closer, under 400 range, it would do a second amount of DPS.
Is that the maximum overall, or is that the lower amount before the double thing, whatever?
Shots further than 400 range sets the target's range to 400 for 10 seconds. And then
they're not giving us enough information.
And then when it switches to a more powerful weapon when a target is closer than 400 range. It makes sense to me, but we need both DPSs to make a call.
Yes. So if it's got 2 DPSs, they should have put it in there to get-go.
Well, it's only got 1 weapon type.
I think they like to hear us bitch. Maybe that's what it is.
And do you know what?
Energy weapon.
I read part of this morning, and I was quite surprised at the information they give us. But this information is bullshit. If they truly want us to spend in this game, they wouldn't tell us a unit's got 890 DPS. Because anyone that's going to look at this at face value is going to go, well, what's the fucking point of that then? But then you read further on and it tells you it's got... If I wasn't Joe Bloggs, normal player, and I read that, I wouldn't even read the rest of the fucking shit for this unit.
No.
I would have gone, well, fuck that unit.
Down. Yeah.
Anyway.
I would have done the same thing.
Thunder
says you're forced to take damage to get that more powerful DPS, though. A unit with 400 range will still be far enough away to avoid that. I'm not so sure, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's what he's saying is thingy. It's a slow unit. It's got not very much range. By the time it actually gets a shot off, it's still going to be alive. It's got to survive long enough to actually get his shot off.
Exactly.
That it hits something to bring their range down to 400, so it matches. So you're now outranging it.
Yeah.
But it's got to get shot off.
But your unit's already going to be dead by the time it gets there.
Exactly. Because we got units that'll kill that thing in one shot. This got a lot more range on them than what this does. I wouldn't put. I'm a, until I see how this thing works. I would not put this in my base. I'm
It'd
sorry.
be good for an advanced materials base.
They're not gonna.
Oh, hang on, we don't see them.
It will be good as another
They're not
armory
gonna get me.
filler.
They're not gonna get me the coin. Right? This is supposed to
No.
get me excited about a unit, and both these units that I've read off here have got me scratching my head, going, well, that's mean I don't need to buy no coin this weekend because I don't need it. I'm not going to spend no money on that because it's not value for fucking money. But if they give us the actual numbers and there was if it was completely different and they made these units look fucking good on paper, people would coin. Anyway, cohesion bonus is plus 2% damage dealt and minus 2% damage taken per active Sentinels, Arc 1 Sentinels units. Earn the Metatron by unlocking all 8 parts in the event store. So if you didn't do the Shadow Ops, you can buy all 8 parts this event. I think you can actually buy it forever, every single main event. Mission description: Metatron has returned, but now he seems different. Gone is his normal calm demeanor, and now he seems almost crazed, demanding we return Hannibal. He speaks of mind control. I can pronounce. I know what the word is, but I can't pronounce it. Indoctrination and apocalypse. Warnings. Are his visions of warning us of dark future, or has he succumbed to the thorium poisoning? In Operation Dark Omens, commanders will face off against the campaign track, the incursion track, and a tactical track to unlock the story and the new unit in the campaign track. Earn huge amounts of XP in the incursion and tactical tracks. It's tactical strike bases. Use the event XP to purchase prizes in the event store. Eastern Horde. Long feared from their oppression, these once child soldiers have an urge for revenge and a
chance.
Long freed from
my Lord.
of oppressors.
The chance of incarceration. Mercy. I can't pronounce
incineration.
Yeah, I can't pronounce.
Incineration.
Compassion and
Temperance.
Temperance. We're not words these soldiers learned in school.
They like fire. Urge for revenge and 8% for incineration.
Hey?
Pinchant of incineration.
I think somebody needed to spell check.
Means they like fire.
I don't need a spell checker. I need someone to fucking read it out for me.
No, not you.
Not you.
Do the whole thing again.
What is this thing?
It don't really matter because we don't read the fucking
Rogue
story
Pegasus?
anyway.
That's what it's called.
Rogue,
or is that dude?
A Rogue Pegasus.
These are the units we've got to fight against, basically. It's now going to give us a rundown.
Yeah,
of
we
all the
can't
units.
get that. It's a Rogue Pegasus.
Oh.
Our favourite Sky Sentry, the Pegasus, has been twisted into an airborne killer. Insane range and loaded for bear. Loaded for bear, Sky Bear. This floating demon means an air assault is out of the question. So basically what they're saying is, fuck your air, you're not using it.
Yeah.
Eastern Horde.
My bifocals to read that.
Eastern Horde update. Bear with me, guys, 2 seconds. We're not sure exactly what Matuto has been up to with the thorium around him, but we've seen his units shrug off flames like they were nothing. HQ recommends avoiding the use of fire damage at all costs. So this Matuto,
AOE.
yeah, fire. AOE, you're right. Fire brigade. Rumours say that their air targeting circuits in these units have been degraded to the point where they no longer function. Sources also say that they have been reduced to the bare minimum defensively. I don't know what the fire brigade is. I'm gonna it was on the map that we can check. I think it's only advanced materials in it. These are in. Is it advanced?
When you get to see them?
Is it advanced materials or is it thorium? These are this is the thorium guys, isn't it?
These are the names of the new units that we are
No,
fighting.
Fire Brigade is already in the game.
Right, well, this is what it's been changed to. This is Fire Brigade is a unit.
It's already in the game. I know the Fire Brigade's already in the game. They're just changing what the actual Fire Brigade does.
Yeah.
Armor classification is light. Damage classification is fire. Fireman. Notice first in a show of force parade, their flames seem different from before. There has been no meaningful change to the combat effectiveness of their weapons. Their armor, on the other hand, seems to have been taken straight from the Fire Brigades. Armor classification is medium. Damage classification is fire again. So this is why we've got that 50% damage reduction on the Kabuto as a tech. Kabuto's going to be good for this one event. Life Taker. A continuous thorn in our sides. These self-destruction units hold no regard for their own lives or ours. Equipped with interference devices that cause enemies to prioritize their attacks on the Life Takers. These represent dangerous and tactical additions to the Eastern Horde's arsenal. That looks like they're high priority. Or there's another unit that they make high priority. Interference case, yeah, prioritize Life Takers, which is, I don't know. Oh, we've got Life Takers. They are Life Takers. So they're high priority. So if you leave something on Ruby, that your unit's going to go after these Life Takers.
Huh.
So they're high priority.
So they're making it to where you can't drop it in the base and go.
By the looks of it, yeah. Armor classification medium. Damage classification burst, followed by ARE, which is the explode.
Area.
They explode.
Area, honey.
Meteor. They explode on death. Meteor. Intel suggests that Metatron has invested a large amount of resources in upgrading the meteors. They are now equipped with new missiles that deal viral damage, and new targeting chips allow them to target all units and all targetable missiles. This has led to a change in how these missiles must be fired, so keep a close eye on them. So, shock, corrosion, their missiles are not going to be able to be used in these bases.
Jesus Christ. They're redoing our game. Do you realize that?
Yeah, but this is part and parcel. We will overcome. I'm sure of it. Armor classification is medium. Damage classification is burst. Hot rods. Like the Fire Brigade, the targeting circuits on these are also left to degrade, and now they can only target ground units. Metatron seems much more focused on increasing their survivability from longer range opponents. So that's Bombard. Metatron also seems keen on replacing the troops piloting these vehicles with veterans capable of moving and shooting simultaneously.
Oh,
we're gonna get fucked.
We are. We're in for fucking. You may as well get your Vaseline out and set it on your table and get ready to use it.
You just
because if not, you're gonna be hurting.
You've just got to look at the speed of our units compared to what these units. If you take the original, how they worked before.
Thunder says bye bye Abyss.
Yep. Armor classification light, damage classification area. Arsonist. The arsonists have been vying for the top spot with the firemen in Metatron's infantry, which has also led to advancements in the compounds used in their fire grenade. Take caution when and where these land. Armor classification medium. Damage classification sustained main weapon fire grenade. Bombardier. One of the most modified vehicles in Metatron's arsenal. The Bombardier were given the same targeting and viral upgrades as the Meteors. but we're also given a slew of other modifications such as range and increase in projectile speed. I can't remember what
They're putting all of this stuff in these bases, and we're getting shit to combat it.
Well, we've got very slow units right now. Where's the bombardier? Bear with me, guys. I've fucking fucked up here somewhere. Right.
Okay.
Armor classification light, damage classification burst. Fire Warden. The first changes noticed to these units was an increased armor. Alas, from the labs indicated, these units have been supplied with additional flat damage reduction. Armor classification heavy, damage classification burst. We're going to get fucked. I think this is going to be a fucking absolute shit show. Firebrand. Originally a prototype, these units have been stolen by the Eastern Horde and given new projectiles that unleash a cluster of explosive target. Armor classification heavy. Damage classification burst. Initial explosion. Burst second. Why is it telling us it's burst and burst? Why are they giving, look, right? They're giving us the two different types of damage or damage types, but they can't give us the two different types of damage done on a unit that we're getting this event. Fucking words.
Nothing that they're giving us is going to combat this. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I don't see where this is even making any sense, but I guess we're just going to have to write it out and see what happens. This is going to be either very, very, very bad, or it's going to be stupid as hell. One of the two.
It looks like they're basically giving us a rundown of everything Eastern Horde. So they're going, right, we've got all these units, these is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Instead of basically just going, there's the base, work it out. So they're basically telling us, right, these are the units that are in there. This is what they can do. Now, obviously, it's the main event, so we can use every unit that's available to us. But yeah, we're going to have to get, how do you say, start thinking out the box with this one.
Yeah, people have normally wish know what the units we're fighting, like all their spec and tech and all that. This is basically a rundown of the new unit, like this
but this isn't
set up for these units.
Yeah, this isn't what we're used to in the advanced materials. They've changed it.
This is the next event is against these guys, and this will probably be the next. You know how they do it. So we got for rages, we get everything gets. So probably all the bases on the map will get swapped over to this lot as well. Sometimes it's all thorium, sometimes it's all fire. But this is it. It's telling us that all the new units do this lot, telling us their classifications, heavy, light, whatever it is, and.
At the same time, Kickstarter didn't need to give us this information. They could have just changed the units and gone fuck the players. So
this
they give us kind of an idea.
This thing. Yeah. People have been saying we need information. Where do we find out about them and all this and that? Or they're going on the forum, on the Discord, warcommander one, and asking questions. Well, this is them actually giving us the spec of the units we're fighting against now.
My argument is they're giving us more information about these units than actual units we're fucking getting.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the units that
are they rubbing it in our face? Are they rubbing it in our face? This is what you got to fight against, but you can't because you ain't got this.
No, the units that we're getting won't be used in this event. We're using all our old units in this event.
Yeah, but you still need the information no matter what way you look at it.
But you ought to be able to use the new units in this event.
Yeah, there'd be the what's that bit across the top of the map?
That one.
Yeah, the bonus little button which gives you
20%. Yeah, base weakness.
Yeah.
Right, Pyromantis. After Corpus HQ heavy losses, engaging a platoon of pyromatics. Excuse me. They informed us that these tanks seem to have an immunity to energy damage. Among a slew of changes, including the ability to deploy energy storms and increase armor from distant targets. The only weakness they saw was when the unit closed the gap. They seem unable to respond. You know what an energy storm is, don't you?
That's the blue cloud.
It could be a blue cloud, it could be a pink cloud, or it could be a yellow
or
cloud.
Purple. Or purple.
Yeah, but
Purple was,
purple, not pink. Yeah.
So that's it's just so we can't use the thingies, the energy immune to energy damage, which is the spaceships, the new Equinox units, isn't it?
Yeah, they're energy
and they're
based.
also immune to fire because that's what their main thing is with this new. They're all being like
the Equinox have the blue storm.
My worry is we've got nothing new that's quick enough to get in and out with these fighting these units. So if this does get a shot off and that cloud or whatever you want to call it, energy storm, you've got nothing that can get out quick enough without taking massive amounts of damage.
I think the only thing we can use are the bombards, really. Because everything else, it's like energy weapons are useless against this unit. So it's going to be ordnance. So it's going to be the bombards. It's going to be the foxhound. Not going to be
they've also got a long
skaters.
They've got a long range unit as well that's going to come at us.
Yeah.
Basically we can only wait and see what's going to happen. It's okay, and I agree with Armageddon as well. We complain when it's all the same shit, and then we complain when the Kickstarter change it, which is the truth. But it's one of them things we need. There's no point speculating because we ain't actually facing.
He's telling us that you can't anything that's got fire damage on it. You got to replace it for something else.
Well, that's the spatula.
Immune to
That's the spatula gone. Spatula's fire-based damage.
Is there no other tech we can put on it?
No, not to change its weapon. And this unit's against laser. So, like Will said, all the Equinox units. So that leaves us with basically the newest survivor units, ranger units, which is the Bombard and the Pioneers.
Yep. And Foxhound.
Yeah, and the heroes, yeah. As I say, it's no point. They didn't need to give us this information. So
no, it's nice. It's nice they have. They don't normally. That's what I'm saying. They don't normally do. They so it's pretty cool.
The only thing it doesn't say. No, this air unit they've got because they're saying it's going to fucking destroy all air units. All right, so don't put any air in. They didn't say about hitting high altitude. So can we still use?
Hang on, we can see.
It says it's a Peggy, didn't they? Is it Pegasus?
The Pegasus is going to destroy any air.
It's an advanced Pegasus.
Pegasus has been twisted into a new airborne killer, insane range, and a loaded for bear.
But it's slow as fuck.
No. It might be slow. Yeah, but this is an upgraded. That to me doesn't look slow.
No. That's
looks
going to fuck up some air.
So we're not going to be able to use air in this event, I don't think. So that's the Malachi and what they called orbiters.
The Hairbringer, or what is it? The Hairbringer, is that the other one?
Yeah, the Mohave and the orbiters have got no chance in that.
No,
because it's an insane range. So even if it is slow, it's got fucking insane range.
Yeah.
What's insane range? 1,000?
Well, if it's fucking like the epic turrets, Jesus.
It could cover the whole damn base. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're only speculating. As I say, there's no point panicking too much just yet.
Our beloved city will figure it out, won't you?
It ain't just me. It'd be a couple of the other guys as well.
Yeah, but we do it on the show, so yes, it will be you.
Armor classification is heavy. Damage classification is burst, projectile, and energy storms. Event structure, campaign track. This is just bog standard, guys. I'm probably not going to read through this one. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 5 Goliaths, and 5 24-hour build logistics. Why does that say on the Pioneer?
because they copy and paste everything.
Right.
So
I
you get
asked a question. I will get into this a little bit more, but I did ask a question about this, and they said it is 5 full build logistics.
what for the Pioneer?
No, well, I
That's
did
what it's,
ask about the Pioneer.
what it's
but
saying here. We earn a
It
Goliath and
says
then a 24.
Pioneer.
I'm
It's
not
got to be
interested
for the
in the
Goliath.
Pioneer bit because we know it's going to be the Goliath.
It's got to be the Goliath, yeah.
Someone did actually ask on Discord, is it a mistake? And the first person who replied didn't even read the question. He said, no, you're getting upgrades. He said, look, and then there'll also be in the prize as well. And then he sort of, someone a bit further down said, yeah, it's probably a typo.
Yeah, that's got to be a typo. I would have thought. They've
Copy and paste.
They've typoed it
didn't
5
change that.
times. That's my fucking argument. Is I don't know. That might not be a typo.
There's
Anyway,
Blade. He said, "Wow, you still going? LOL. I just finished work."
get your ass on here. Right, the campaign track can be replayed multiple times. You can only earn thorium out of it though, which is a load of bollocks. Challenge-based sets. The challenge-based set have you moving through the standard incursion set, unlocked after beating campaign 3 base, or the advanced players, the tactical strike bases, unlocked after beating campaign 5. Each set awards a completion XP bonus once the set is finished, and it's bog standard. The incursion is to 300,000 for all 3 bases and the bonus completion, and the tactical is 900,000 for 1 and 2 plus the bonus reward. Who's that, Blade?
Yo.
Yeah.
Welcome, bro. We're nearly getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. But this is something to be excited about, but no one knows how fucking bad these bases are going to be. So the supply depot, supply depot store is now your place to catch up on anything you'll need to participate in the event. Hit the supply depot bases on the world map to earn 100 tokens per defeated target even, with a chance to earn up to 60 bonus tokens that can be used to unlock units and other useful items that you'll need to take part in the current event. The bases will have allied units in them to assist players. But getting caught up has never been easier. This is where it becomes interesting, guys. I believe. Yes.
Maybe.
You can earn Mood Skater 10 times. Token cost is 30. Orbiter 8 times. Token cost is 30. Meteor Storm parts. You can redeem that 8 times. Token cost is 30. Legendary Humvee. You can buy 9 of them. Token cost is 30. Legendary Humvee training token. You can buy that 5 times. Token cost is 30. Bombard 9 times. Token cost is 30. Pioneer 8 times. Token cost is 30. Warrior, you can buy 8 parts for that. Token cost is 30. Legendary Unis, you can purchase 11 times. Token cost is 30. Legendary Uni training tokens or upgrade logistics 5 times. Token cost is 30. So they've put the legendary and up-to-date units into this, what's it called? Supply depot.
But if it's a hard base, then the players that are coming up and the littler players, it's got to be easy for them to do to get this.
Kickside give everyone a bunch of free shit the other day.
Yeah, they did.
And by the looks of it, you can earn 100 tokens per defeated target with a chance to earn up to 60 bonus tokens. Well, if you look at it, you do the math, you can buy, if everything's 30 tokens in there. So you can buy 3 units with 1 base. So I'm going to guess you get a... Well,
Lewis was asking the base payout, and it said 100 tokens per defeated target.
And up to 60 more bonus tokens.
Bonus tokens, yeah.
This is interesting, guys, because they've actually put stuff in here that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, that's true.
If you look at the
Kudos to
Moonscaters,
them on one
Orbiter,
thing.
Meteor Storm, Humvees, these are PvP units.
Yes.
Humvee training
are.
tokens, Bombards, Pioneers, Warrior, Legendary Unis. You can purchase 11 of
Yeah.
them. That's half of what you can build. A full squad.
Yep. And if you're a lower level and didn't get all of them, you can maybe get the rest of them.
Yeah. This is where a lot of players are going to start, I think, this event.
A lot of players are liable to do this instead of the event.
Yeah. Well, this is where you start, and then once you've got a few of the units, hopefully you can push forward with the actual main event.
So Moonscaters, Orbiter, Meteor Storm.
There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Humvee, Bombard, Pioneer, yeah.
Right.
It's good.
Event store. We've got items, redemption limit, and XP cost. So trophy is one time 100,000 XP. Pound? I don't know where I got that from. Must be what Kickstarter pay me. Metatron part times 1 is 8-time limit, 250,000. Goliath is 20 times buy, 150,000 a pop. Goliath 24-hour upgrade logistic is a 10 times buy, $1 million a pop. Goliath 24-hour build logistic is a 5-time buy, 252,000 a pop. Stack shot Goliath 20. This is a tech 20-time buy, 420,000. These are all at 425,000 to us otherwise. Rhino rounds 20-time buy, armor abandonment Goliath tech again 20-time buy, hard shell, air conditioning, and then we move on to the Kabuto. Kabuto parts times 1. 80-time buy, 160,000 a pop. Never buy the 1 and the 4. Always buy the 10. Kabuto times 10 is 8 times buy, 1.4 million a go. Kabuto upgrade token, 10 times buy, 800,000 a go. Hercules shell, Kabuto tech, 1.5 million. Titanic armor, 1.5 million for the Kabuto. Furon ventilation, Kabuto tech, 1.5 million. Scarab brush, Kabuto tech, 1.5 million. Longhorn targeting, 1.5 million. That's Kabuto again. And then we've got the Goliath blue junkyard war paint, 300,000. Goliath black junkyard war paint, and Kabuto black is 300,000, and the Kabuto black war paint is 300 million. 3 million, not 300 million. Oh, need a breath there, guys. Use it or lose it will be 24 hours long. Please be sure to redeem your prizes by 10 a.m. PDT, Thursday, July 10th. Prize description. Stag shot, Goliath tech. Plus 25% damage dealt to vehicles. Slot cannon. Function offensive or offense. XP 425,000. 420,000. Rhino rounds, Goliath again. Plus 25% damage dealt to buildings. Slot cannon, function offensive or offense. XP 420,000. Armored abandonment. I think I'm saying that right. Goliath tech.
Abdomen, that isn't it?
Abdomen.
Armored belly.
Your big fat belly.
Effects minus 20%, 25% damage taken from infantry. Slot thorax. Function defense. XP 425, 400. I don't know why I'm getting 425,000 from. 420,000.
420, man.
420. It's coming up soon, isn't it? No.
Yes. No, it's already passed, dear.
Yeah, it's gone. 4H function defense 420,000. Air conditioning Goliath tech again. Minus 50% damage taken from fire. This is where this might help you in the event itself. This last one here. Slot scavenger.
Take your buy.
Yeah. Function defense XP 420,000. And this is the Goliath war paints. Nothing really stands out to me.
Sexy blue.
And this is the Kabuto blackout war paint. Don't look no different than the other one. And the trophy. And that's the guy that Matuto, as a kid, used to ride on his back. Is it not? It is him. Hang on. Let me check it.
Master
Check it.
Blaster, Master Blaster.
Did she say blaster? Master blaster?
Yeah, it is him.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Master Blaster runs Barter Town.
Now I'm dressed. Thank you very much.
That is him. That's the guy that how do I get that so you guys can see it? Yeah. That's Matuto 10 years ago. And that's the Shrek, not Shrek, how you guys looking fucker that he sits on top of.
Hey, you guys.
And that's it, guys.
He's been using some skincare cream, I think.
He apparently he's been taken prisoner somewhere.
Oh.
That's it, guys. Anything you guys want to add?
We'll have to really wait and see. I hope that one part sounds really good with the bases, but we'll just have to see how hard they make them. Because I have this freaky feeling that the event bases and the depot bases are going to be extremely hard.
I think it's all about, at this point, at least Kickstarter gives us sort of a heads up.
I guess that's right. And that's a little bit more than what most have done, but we'll just have to see if it's good or bad.
My worry is most of our units we got updated now are just too slow.
Right.
And that's what worries me is the speed of the units Kickstarter giving us. Every single unit's been pretty much 2. And every single one of the units, the latest units, standard or heroes, don't hit air. They only target ground. So anyway, I think it's going to be a flip up, whether it's going to be a real tough event or a cakewalk. I'm sure if it's a cakewalk, Kickstarter change it midway through and say, look, fuck you guys, like they normally do.
Exactly.
Anyway, who wants to start the shout out?
Bye.
Okay, that was Will.
If you leave me till last,
Wayne said bye.
I know, I was taking a gulp of fucking drink then.
if you leave me till last, I'll do the how much rounds we got to do in the XP.
Oh shit, Will, I forgot about that. Why didn't you fucking tell me?
Just have.
He just did.
Okay, Animal, please, get your shout outs, mate.
Animal.
Yeah, it's all right. I was just checking on something over on the Discord, Kickstarter.
He was just checking on his fanny. You going to give us shout outs or what?
He's busy. Stinkhole.
He's putting a finger up there. Smell check. Smell check 1, 2. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Earth calling me. What were we talking about?
Shout outs.
Shout out.
Do you need a bath? Does your fanny need washing out or what?
Oh, yeah. Stinks made me go loopy. I forgot to say, do somebody else. I can't think one. So, oh yeah. Good luck, everyone. Goodbye.
Perfect. Place.
Yeah, sorry I was a bit late getting here, but work and all that. But
No problem.
yeah, just enjoy the weekend at the event. I probably won't make it tomorrow night for the or Thursday night, isn't it? Yeah, Thursday night. I might do, I might not. I might make the show. I don't know. But anyway, take care. Have a lovely weekend.
Take care, bro. Why am I saying take care? Thank you, bud. Fruity.
You copying me?
I'm not copying no one.
Yes, you are.
How?
You shut up. Because you said it just like I always say, take care. And you say, take care.
Yeah, but take care means you've like, I'm not
So
going
you're
to talk to you
copying
anymore.
me. You're copying me.
Oh,
You're copying me, City.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Jesus
Watch
Christ.
out. Watch out. That's the second person that said I've copied them tonight.
See? You're copying me, man. Damn.
Fruity.
Here.
Get your shout outs, please.
Well, just I'll take care, do what you can, and in the event, you need help, you know where to ask.
Thank you. Loney.
Oh, hey, yeah, whoa. You know? Well, guess we'll see you tomorrow. Take care,
Listen.
everyone. And keep your powder dry.
Thank you, bro. Smash.
Don't forget tonight, Smash and Company during the downtime, we're having a live show. So be sure to join us. And thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Cindy. And Kickseye. Don't pull a fast one on us, please. You know, we see a little bit of good in what you're doing, and we're willing to give you that credit. But I'm not so willing to do it so fast. Everybody take care and have a great day.
Thanks, Smash. Will.
Thanks for coming along and listening to the show. Hopefully, we've given you a little bit of insight what might come along. Now for the bad news. We're going to need 63,860,000 XP. That's to get all 20 Goliath units, all 20 tech, which is five times the trophy, the Metatron, the 10 upgrade tokens for Matuto, also 10 upgrade 24-hour upgrade logistics and 24 build logistics for the Goliaths. Right, if you're doing, sadly, the incursion bases, you're going to need to do them 213 times. If you're able to do the tactical bases, then you're going to need to do them 71 times.
Is that each? Like full rounds?
Yeah, full rounds.
Full rounds.
Damn. Hey,
so it's gonna be a long grind, but it is the main event, so it does actually last 2 days longer. So spend your time carefully, work out how many rounds you can do, if you can do, and then just go, right, okay, that's what I need to do. But it does look like the supply depots could help, as City did say, and just take care and don't spend all the time playing the game.
Perfect. Thank you, mate. As always, guys, appreciate everyone coming along. I see you there, Generator. I was going to say hello earlier, but I forgot. We will be back tomorrow, 1800 hours GMT for the live stream, or live event show. Smash is live tonight. Don't forget Smash, guys. She's got different opinions and different people on her Discord. So go along and listen to them, because they're well worth the worth to listen to. I always listen to it the next day because I'm snoring by that time. Other than that, guys, stay safe and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Eagles!